This year has been a tough year. I keep getting injured.
That's your hobby, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
getting
that's
it.
my
Stop making it your
That's correct. I was going to say, that's my personality.
I would love to go for a one-to-one class, dance class.
Even if the instructor can see that you are not good, also okay.
Okay, new playbook
Okay.
idea.
Actually.
Ah. I have my open water cert, but I did not enjoy it.
Because cannot talk, is it?
Oh, maybe
Like you got so much thoughts,
Yeah, I
but then
think
you
maybe,
like...
Hello everyone, welcome to the Hot Pot where we hop into different transitions in life. I'm Joey.
I'm Q.
I'm Nick, and today we are talking about something that many of us adults might have phased out, overlooked, or just forgotten how to make time for. Hobbies! So the question is, do we even have hobbies anymore? What actually counts as a hobby? And how do we make time for them amidst everything that's going on?
And today we have two special guests who are going to share with us their interesting hobbies. It's Valerie and Fiona.
Yay! Welcome.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Fiona. I'm a creative in the media and advertising industry, and I would say I am a chronic hobby hopper.
Oh, Fiona, you look kind of familiar. I feel like
we might have known each other for a decade.
I feel like I know you already.
Hey, what's happening?
Been to your house, slept in your bed, played with your dog.
How long have you guys been friends?
10 years?
Maybe about 10 years actually.
Wow.
And right now, my biggest hobby is social dance. I'm also social dance.
Social dance.
As compared to like
Like
Anti-social
solo.
dance.
anti-social dance. What is social dance?
So it's just
Yeah.
a partnered dance. You hold somebody's hand and you dance with them, as opposed to like solo dance, which is like,
But is
Dancing
there
as well.
a genre to...
yes, I dance West Coast swing.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, starting off strong with an interesting hobby.
That one quite niche, quite niche.
interesting.
Very
Quite
niche leh.
Okay, Valerie.
Oh, I'm so stressed now. Okay. Hi, so I'm Val. I am a full-time creator and freelancer. I would say I'm similar to Fiona as well. I'm also a little bit of a chronic hobbyist. Right now, my main interest would be particularly in beauty. I also do yoga. I'm a certified yoga instructor. I'm also very into color analysis. Yeah, but I would say that's my main focus for the year.
Suddenly I feel like, wow, I'm very basic. Oh.
What
You
are
feel
your hobbies?
basic or
Your
not?
hobbies are not basic.
Okay, relax. I feel like when it comes to sports, right, I jump around quite a bit. I remember I was like doing jump rope for a bit. I know how to do tricks on it for a
Her
bit.
jump roping was sick.
Yeah. Like I honestly was quite proud of that
Yeah.
skill. Afterwards, I went into boxing. Then now I'm into running.
Now you're making running your personality.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, because I'm trying to hit a 10K sub one.
Wow.
So I've been documenting that lah. So whatever I do, right, he always think that I'm making it my personality. But anyway, aside from sports, I think there was a time where I was collecting crystals.
Oh, no more already.
I stopped collecting. I still have them. Y'all eh?
I think fitness was a big one that I've not been spending as much time on, but then I have just gotten back into. This year has been a tough year. I keep getting injured.
That's your hobby, yeah.
Oh, getting
that's
it.
my
Stop making
personality.
it your
That's correct. I was going to say, that's my
Oh
personality.
my god, you're always
Getting
injured.
Sprain your ankle again.
Yeah,
Lame.
boring.
Yeah, boring. Now, I'm quite into AI. I like to experiment or explore like what I can use ChatGPT for.
You're a prompt engineer.
No, so
Tormenting a robot.
the other day, okay, so I've said this before, right? I use ChatGPT for therapy. I have a ChatGPT therapist from. Then the other day, right? You remember my hot seat episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I transcribed the entire episode, right? Then I put the whole transcript, like our entire dialogue, into my ChatGPT therapist to do a personal analysis of me.
What did ChatGPT say about your thing?
Well, I told on these days, ChatGPT said I was a borderline genius.
Oh, I remember this, and then I was like, ChatGPT is wrong. For the first time, I think he's wrong.
My IQ
He,
range, my estimated IQ range 130 to 135.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys have more hobbies, right?
We do.
Can you all list out all your hobbies? Okay, Fiona, go.
Whoa, deep breath,
Whoa.
deep
You got
breath.
20 seconds,
Starting
go.
from Hollow Knight, video games, board games, tabletop RPGs, pottery, painting, Sudoku,
Sudoku.
That one sounds
My
like
hobby
a
is
Nick.
2048.
No, that one sounds like a Nick hobby.
My hobby is Wordle.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
I think in general, I just like to pick up a lot of things and drop them. So I feel like most hobbies, especially if they're creative, I probably tried them.
Okay, Val, your turn. 20 seconds, go.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so same thing, gaming, sports. I played a lot of sports growing up. I was in track and field in secondary school and primary school. I love drawing, painting, anything artsy, craftsy. That's why we're kind of in a creative field, right? Thrifting. I love thrifting. I love collecting vintage watches, like specifically bags, shoes. Yeah.
Actually, now that they've listed out so many hobbies, right? What actually counts as a hobby? Is thrifting a hobby?
Okay, so I've just looked up the definition. A hobby is an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure.
Oh.
So technically thrifting would be a hobby. Ordering bubble tea.
Huh? No.
My hobby is bubble tea.
Bubble tea connoisseur.
No, but what if it's like I want to try all the different niche bubble tea brands in Singapore?
Yeah, so that could be a hobby, right? If like you regularly, every Wednesday, you make time to try a different bubble tea, different order, and you have a list and you rank them, that's a hobby, right?
Maybe because there's a purpose there. Like
Yes.
there's an objective, there's a framework or structure to it. But then compared to if it's just like, today I feel like drinking bubble tea, yeah, then maybe that's not a hobby.
Yeah, I think
That's-
it's the way
yeah.
you engage with the activity. I think at the end of the day, a hobby is just something I have to enjoy. Okay, let's say for example, like I started gymming recently, and initially I didn't really like it because I was really intimidated by the space, didn't really know how to use the equipment, didn't even know how to start my own workout. I've hit a point where I've come to enjoy it. I've set up a routine and it's healthy for me, but I actually wouldn't consider it a hobby. I'll consider it as an act of discipline for myself. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, do I really like working out? Not necessarily. I just like the fact that I have a routine. I like the fact that I am committed to something.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to be better. lah.
Yes, I'm
So
trying to
like,
be better.
do you like gymming is like flossing every night?
To some extent, I guess.
So should
Keeping the
hobbies
routine.
require discipline? Like if something requires discipline, could you still constitute that as a hobby?
I
Wow,
think
interesting.
Oh, then I think it's not.
Yeah, I think it's not also.
Isn't hobby supposed to be something that you just
Leisure.
feel like doing?
You do for
leisure
pleasure,
mah,
your
pleasure,
definition,
yeah.
right?
And not mine is the official. No, but I think that once there are expectations and there are like ground rules, it kind of stops being a hobby because there are limitations.
It becomes a habit.
Correct. There might be people who go and paint every week. They might be terrible at it. But they continue painting because it brings them joy. I think that's a hobby.
Yeah. How do you all start with your hobbies actually?
And how long have you been doing them?
For me, for West Coast Swing, I've done it close to 2 years now. Quite my longest hobby. And my friend, actually my ex used to do it
Oh.
when I was still based in
It's
the
okay.
States.
It's okay.
So
'cause
your
you
West Coast
benefit.
swang. Well,
so. For yoga, I think I started that actually during COVID. It was it was actually a very random hobby that my friend and I picked up. I think we signed up for class pass at the point of time because it's free, right? You have the 1 month free trial. So we're like, what should we do next? We've done spin, we've done boxing. Let's try yoga. And then that stuck to the point whereby I think I've been doing that for close to 4 years already. Not as active as I used to be, but at one point of time when I was very passionate about it, that's when my friend and I were like, oh, let's go get our instructor certificate. Never really did much.
Same
with
as
it, though.
Joey.
Joey also has.
Same timeline.
I have my open water cert, but I did not enjoy it.
Because cannot talk, is it?
Or maybe
Like you
your-
got so much thoughts,
Yeah,
but
I
then
think
you're like,
maybe, I cannot express
I knew it.
my opinions about this fish.
I knew it.
Then
Yeah, I
you
was
need
like,
to remember
What
what
do you mean I need to
no,
remember
you-
until 1 hour later? Then I tell you, remember we saw that fish? Okay, so my diving backstory is that Jess wanted to go and dive, and then she was saying that she asked me to go with her. She wanted to go to Tioman to do her cert, and then I was like, wow, Tioman, like maybe we should do somewhere a bit more regulated. So the compromise was that we did it at the time Sea Aquarium Singapore had a diving certification.
Okay, Mr. High Sass man. Wait, see a that means if I go see a aquarium, I can
Correct. It was inside the tank. It was inside the
Like
main
with
tank.
like guests who can come in
Correct.
like
So
opening hour.
then part of the final dive, right, is you go to the main tank.
Then you need to dance.
Then you see, correct. You see everybody, right? Then they will say that like cause part of the tank you will go through some of the very premium hotel rooms. So then they always my instructors were saying sometimes, right, they never close the curtain, then you can see the people inside.
Wow, you would struggle so much if you saw a couple doing something.
Then I cannot
Then
say
you cannot
anything.
say, you cannot talk. Oh my
Right.
god.
Okay, genuinely, if let's say you floated down, right, then a couple they are conceiving their next, like they're trying to make life.
Okay, okay.
They're trying to make life happen at the sea
I
aquarium.
will.
Oh, imagine I'm inside. Okay.
What's the hand sign
Wait,
for?
this is not in we're not in space We're not in space. I don't think it's that slow.
Got water resistance, what?
Oh,
But the way you're pointing is as if
then
you're
I think I have the
floating
thing
on
like
the
that.
moon.
Then you can only see my eyes. Then you see.
Okay, guys, do you all think that introverts and extroverts have different types of hobbies?
Like a hobby that is unique to an introvert or extrovert only.
Yeah, maybe some people would say that introverts prefer staying at home. Maybe they prefer reading, whereas maybe extroverts love socializing, right? So they would go for bouldering sessions with their friends or like, I don't know, group
But
classes.
you can boulder alone also, ma.
You can, but I'm just saying that you're surrounded by more
people
people
lah.
because of the space.
Naturally, I think an individual will gravitate towards different hobbies depending on their own personality. But I think at the end of the day is also what your intentions with your hobbies are. Yeah, so I have friends who like to stay in their comfort zone, and yes, they stick to reading, they stick to more maybe introspective and isolative activities because that's how they recharge, right? But I also have friends who kind of want to push themselves a little bit more. So that's where they will, the only time, I guess, that they get to meet people during like doing their different hobbies like run clubs, high rocks, training for high rocks. Yeah.
I agree with that. I don't think there are like specific hobbies for introverts and extroverts. Like for example, I'm a serial introvert, I would say. And my biggest hobby is social dancing. So for me, like social dance is like, oh, I don't think I'm a dancer. I don't think I dance well. I don't want to like go up and ask people to dance. But for me, my hobbies are a way for me to force myself to jump into the deep end and for me to face my fears.
I think a lot of people treat hobbies as a way to escape, right? But if you're uncomfortable in the situation, are you pushing yourself out of your comfort zone because you want to be better or to relax?
I think I have a different take on this. I think for a lot of us, or how it was for me in the past, was that I would get so burnt out from work and like so burnt out from working 24/7 that I was forced into escapism through, weekend getaways or like staycations or nice food or like something, a new experience over the weekend. I'm not engaging with it as a hobby, but I'm engaging in it because I'm in survival mode and it's about escapism. It's about me like mindless scrolling on my phone because like I'm so tired that I can't do anything else. So then it changes the equation quite a bit. So for me, hobbies is a way to like fill that cup before it gets to that point where I have to resort to escapism.
Right.
Oh, so interesting. Actually, for me, a large part of hobbies, right, is the community that I can find within that hobby. So like plants, for example, through that, right, I actually reactivated Facebook to go and join all the Facebook groups. Then like you will go for plant swaps, you will go for like
so
gardeners day out, and then there will be like community plant sales and plant fairs and all that. So I met a lot of friends through the hobby. The people who I invited to my wedding, like my wedding officiant was a plant friend. So yeah.
that's so interesting because I feel like I socialize a lot in my daily life. So the hobbies that I've been gravitating towards are very introspective and solo.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of junk journaling. I do a lot of baking and
What is
cooking.
junk journaling?
So I basically collect junk from my day. It can be like in the form of concert tickets or maybe like a sticker that came with your coffee, you peel it off. Yeah, so then I stick it in my book to like remind myself that's
Remember
what
the
we did.
day
Kind
lah.
of like a scrapbook.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
I see it as scrapbooking, journaling, or making new drinks at home, cocktails, mocktails, things that I can do on my own that don't rely on having to leave my house or having to rely on like someone else playing with me, for example. I realize I've been doing that a lot more. And when my week has been more sedentary, then I crave board games with friends. I'll invite people over to play board games, and that's where the social aspect comes in. So I do feel like it is quite malleable, and that's the beauty of hobbies, right? It's something that brings you joy.
How do you decide which new hobbies to try?
I think it's a matter of just seeing what's out there. So recently, I tried golfing.
Okay.
Ooh, rich people sport.
Yeah, no, but disclaimer, it didn't stick. Honestly, this is just like an invitation from my friends. Yeah, they were like, you want to just try golf? I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And although it didn't really stick, I still try to join them just because, I mean, like, I think like what you said, like hobbies are malleable, right? And I think for me, I like to have a balance of activities and hobbies that I can do with friends, but at the same time, activities that help to nurture me a little bit more. Yeah. So for example, like yoga, I think as much as I like to go with my friends as well, like I hold that very close to myself because I think when I first tried yoga itself, I realized how powerful it is to be in control of your own body. And you realize that honestly, the only thing that limits you is your mind. Yeah. So it was a very empowering thing. And I constantly go back to the practice just to feel that strength again.
Talking about your golf experience, right? When you are trying a new hobby, do you, in your mind, have you already calibrated the percentage likelihood of how much I will enjoy this? Like, must there be a certain vibe or like inclination before you try? Or like you can be like, I don't think I'll like it, but okay, I'll just try.
I think in general, I'm very open to trying things.
If somebody asks me, I'll be like, okay, yeah. If I haven't tried it, I'll try it twice. I'll try anything twice.
What if like you got a phobia of open water, then I ask you to go and dive?
Yeah, so that one is a little bit different. So I think the type of things that will inhibit me is like natural fear. So like I had a few friends asking me to try bouldering and try like rock climbing. I said immediately no because I'm scared of heights. He's scared of heights. Yeah.
For me, because I'm afraid of heights, I force myself to go bouldering.
Which is so like I respect that.
Exposure
So
therapy.
interesting, right?
I would climb all the way to the top, and then I'll be like, you have to let go and jump, and I'll be like,
Oh my god.
or like the
No, that's
auto
why I
belay.
was so intrigued by Fiona's like way of exploring the hobbies because it's you pushing yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
For me, right, I will always calculate how bad I will be
Yeah.
because I don't like failing. And if I know I'm gonna fail and I know I'm gonna embarrass myself, right, I might pull myself back. So actually something that I've always wanted to do in my 20s, because in secondary school I used to do modern dance and then I stopped dancing. But the whole of my 20s, right, I really wanted to go to like Converge dance studios to like open class, you know.
I get
but I
that.
damn paiseh.
I get that.
I'm
Can we go?
embarrassed.
We've been trying to go to
I've been
that.
trying to ask Jerry to go.
I'm too late lah.
What if it's a solo hobby, then you are bad at it?
Then you can just never tell anyone you
Correct,
tried.
correct.
No, that's why right, I would love to go for a one-to-one class, dance class. Like an instructor just train me for 12 weeks, right? I'll be a
Also,
dancer.
even if the instructor can see that you are not good, also okay.
Okay, new playbook
Okay.
idea.
Actually.
Ah.
Lie.
Yeah, but I think for me, it's really how bad I would be that will hold me back.
I think for me, I had that very similar mindset also. I think kind of like once I try something, I immediately must be good at it. If I'm not like immediately good at this, like there's no point, honestly.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that also.
Like you play pickleball, then you
Yeah,
keep
like
missing.
how-
Then it's like,
Why do I have to
play
start from the
anymore.
bottom? I should be automatically good at
That's
it.
Yeah, that
right.
was me with golf.
That's the fear for me and being like, okay, I guess I have to sit through like being uncomfortable with this.
Being bad at it
And
lah.
being bad at it, even though
Yeah.
Wait, so do you think that if let's say you have a hobby that let's say you're not very interested in, then you realize you are
Damn good.
unnaturally good at it, would that cause you to stay
I
on?
think so. I will stay.
I'll be like, yeah, I love it lah. I
No, but
love
what
it.
if it's a bit of a weird hobby?
Okay, I know a hobby. I don't judge the hobby. It's just that I don't understand the joy. Like collecting Pokemon cards.
Okay, so what if you damn good at collecting Pokemon cards?
What if you're luck? Every time you open one, it's a rare pack.
It's like shiny Charizard. Every pack you open, shiny Charizard.
I think my mind will go straight into monetizing the hobby.
It's because you don't really like.
I don't enjoy
right?
it, but I think I can make money off of it.
Question mark. Okay, I go first.
I'll go
Hey,
first.
Guess first.
You
So
take
we
then
have
you
this
pass-
new
pass
format,
along.
right?
Go
where
open
we,
first,
yeah,
pass
we
along.
just take one paper then pass.
This is the new format.
It's so funny. I love this new format.
Val, go.
Me? Oh, I feel like back in school, cannot error.
Don't say
She
wrong
nervous,
thing.
she nervous.
What's a hobby you'd love to try if money, time, or skill weren't a factor?
Go to space. Go to space. Go to space.
Actually, I did horse riding growing up. I didn't own a horse, but I went. But it's really because I was passionate
Damn,
about horses.
Val.
Okay, so horse
Golfing,
lah,
horse
golfing.
riding.
Your parents do what? Just
Some
kidding.
more, some more, some more.
Hi says.
No, but I think I would go back to horse riding, like be an actual equestrian.
I can see it.
Yeah.
what's the most important item you own? Honestly, I would say my journal. I think it's important for a physical space to kind of process my thoughts. Then also looking back is very cringe.
Dear diary, the wind was blowing from the north to the south.
Oh wow. He stepped forward gingerly. Is it?
But yeah, then you can see how much you've grown, how much your opinions have changed, and it's like a snapshot of yourself.
What is a really popular movie you secretly dislike? I've mentioned this before. I don't dislike it, but I never managed to finish it. I tried 4 times already.
What is it?
Inception.
I don't like Inception also. I don't like.
I cannot. sit through after the first 15 minutes. I don't know why.
Which fictional character best describes you? I think I am Ash Ketchum.
Okay, why?
Because he forever 12 years old.
So you're forever 12 years old, or you want to be?
Not bad, quite a sweet deal, I think.
Quite true, quite true.
Age
quite
of
true,
Innocence.
Quite true.
Whoa! You are stuck in the same fictional universe as the most recent movie or show you've watched. Are you surviving or not? I
you
recently
watched
watched
Nona's,
The Better Sister. It's such a good...
Whoa.
Who's there? Okay, that's kind of creepy.
I'm scared.
I recently watched The Better Sister. I just finished it yesterday. It is such a good thriller. Guys, is this how we die? This is Final Destination.
Thriller,
It's a
cue, scary
thriller.
sound.
No, it's really a thriller about like there's murder involved. And I think I'll survive. 100% will survive.
Actually, you're quite resourceful. I think it should be okay.
Oh, Nick, this is the nicest thing he's ever said about me. Clip that, and it's like, I want that.
Q probably will die. Do you think that hobbies are like subconsciously tied to your personality also? Like sometimes a bit
definitely.
performative, you know?
I mean, just now Nick keeps saying
What I say?
that we are making everything our personality.
Yeah, like a bit, right? So okay, for example, like okay, this is not targeted at you, Val. But then, like for example, golf. Golf is associated with like the first thing you said, right, was rich man.
No, me, I said it.
Oh, sorry.
Rich,
First thing that you
rich
said was
people hobby.
rich person hobby. So do you think that people who like portray themselves as liking golf as a hobby are trying to portray themselves as rich?
No.
Or like they're flexing?
I don't think they are trying to portray themselves as rich, but there's a vibe to golfers.
So they want to like give off that vibe?
Maybe. I don't think everyone is performative,
Yeah.
but maybe some people are.
I think on a surface level, to some extent, I don't think it's wrong if someone is performative about it, especially if that's their entryway to trying something new.
Yeah, like
Right?
it's cool, right? It's a
Yeah,
cool hobby.
I mean that's how things start sometimes, right? It piques your interest, you latch onto it, and I think depending on how long you stay with the hobby, you can kind of really tell who a person is. Yeah, and just diving a bit deeper, because okay, during that golf session, I did ask a friend that like brought me into it. I was like, actually, what do you enjoy about this? And she said, well, I mean, I like sports in general. And I think she also mentioned about how it's just the fact that she could repeat the same move, she could feel herself improving. Yeah. And I think to some extent, it shows the type of person she is. Yeah, it's not so much about like what the sport or the hobbies like represent, like they're rich and whatsoever is one aspect to it. But I think if you really dive deep, right, the sport itself, it's very technical, right? It requires a lot of practice, requires a lot of passion, requires a lot of like investment if you want to get good at it. So I think which shows about a person's identity, and another way of looking at it is they're someone who are very they're very driven, they are very competitive, they are very focused, and they like to improve on themselves.
And honestly, hobbies must be tied to your personality, because then who are you introducing? Like when people ask you, like, who are you? What do you do? Are you just gonna talk about your job? There's nothing else to share afterwards.
What if you hate the hobby but you just do it because of the
Then I don't think it's
branding?
a
Then that's
hobby.
truly
Yeah.
performative.
And then
For
that's
branding.
performative.
So that one
and
not
That's
okay lah.
truly performative. I feel like you need to have some form of like connection with the action itself, be it the environment you are in, the people you are with, or the actual activity. If there's zero connection to that,
then it's not really a hobby.
No,
already,
I
even if
feel
you
like
proclaim
I
it
don't want to
be.
gatekeep what a hobby is, because then it gets very what. So for me, it's like, fine, a hobby can be performative, a hobby can be for making money, a hobby can be for my own enjoyment. But let's say we're all doing the same thing, what you get from the result will be very different depending on what you want to get out of it. So if your hobby is ultimately performative, you might all be doing the same thing, let's say dancing. But you're performative, you're doing it to look good or to give off a certain vibe or image. If you're doing it for yourself, there's a certain internal process that will ultimately shape who you are as a person. And that's why I like to go into so many hobbies, because I want to be a more like cool and holistic and multifaceted and interesting person. I saw on TikTok that there are 4 different types of hobbies. So one is physical, one is cerebral, one is creative, and one is spiritual.
I guess.
physical, like you like to watch Physical 100.
Correct.
It's like active.
That's fitness lah, fitness,
Fitness,
moving.
okay.
Moving your body, yoga, Pilates, dancing.
Okay.
I think spiritual can be whatever, it can be religious or it can be like whatever your higher power is.
So journaling?
yeah, it can be journaling, it can be meditation, it can be
yoga also, right?
Yeah.
Sound bowls.
Sound bowls, yeah.
It is something I really wanted to
It's really fun.
dabble in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the cerebral is like, I think the Nick hobbies lah. The puzzles,
So a
Can
bit
you
more
not
like
give him
cognitive.
such a high title?
Wow.
The
What can I say?
2048
2048.
I'm deeply passionate about 2048.
Excel
Correct, right?
sheets or something. I don't know. Do the sum equal whatever.
And the last one is creative, so I think just
It's the
arting.
Joey hobbies lah.
It's the Joey hobbies.
Yeah,
correct.
Joey
It's the
basically.
Joey hobbies.
Whoa.
Right.
You also are, ma'am.
Yes, me also. I think a lot of my hobbies fall naturally under the creative
Creative.
things.
Actually, do you all think that it's good to have one hobby under each category?
I think there's no need to like kind of categorize
Categorize,
it that
yeah,
way.
yeah.
I think there are hobbies that to some extent fulfill all four. There are also some that, you know, you do a little casually. It's just one or two, a couple of
More
that.
of physical, less
Yeah.
of spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it could be something that would be interesting to make into your conscious mind. Like for you to be intentional about it then. Since you know your life in your work, maybe you're very physical or you're very creative. Then maybe you want to have something more spiritual to ground you. Because it depends on what you need, right? If your whole life is very creative, then you do more creative things. It could cause you to burn out also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just now we talked about monetizing your hobbies, right? What do you all think about that?
When I was younger, I was quite into photography. And it was something that started in poly because I took a photojournalism module. At the peak of this hobby, weekends I will go out and like do street photography. Then it reached a point where people were starting to ask like, hey, can you cover like this event, someone's birthday, and eventually like wedding. The minute I started doing that, right, I stopped enjoying photography.
Because you made it your job.
Right? Like now there is some stress to deliver deliverables against like this hobby.
Did you all monetize any of your hobbies?
Yeah, so my entire career right now is monetized off a hobby because I'm a beauty content creator essentially, and I do a color analysis as a service on the side. While I feel a little bit of stress, I think at the end of the day, actually making it into my job made me fall in love with my hobbies and my passions a lot more because you really deal with it in a very in-depth way. You find out like so many things about it that it's just so intriguing.
For me, I've been like very careful about not monetizing my hobbies because for me, I want it to be pretty separate. And I was talking about earlier and we were saying that like actually as a freelancer, I feel like it was almost harder when I was freelancing. It was harder for me to have hobbies because I felt like, oh, I should be monetizing this. If I have free time, I should be looking for a new, like the next lead or the next opportunity or the next job. I could be working instead of having fun. But now that I have a 9 to 5, it's easier to be like, okay, this is my work timing and this is my free timing where I get to really do and enjoy the things I love. But interestingly, instead of monetizing, I started competing for dance. But when you start competing, then you think about how you practice, how you train very differently.
How you can win.
How you can win. So it's not about like, oh, how can I have a better dance or a better connection? It's like, what will get me first place? Or what will get me kicked out?
Do you like that, or do you think it took away from the hobby?
I don't know. It's something I've been wrestling with recently, and something I've been talking to my friends about. Because on the one hand, I think it's very good to have tangible goals in your hobby and being like, this is what I want to do. So what we've settled on is that it's more about progress. So it's not about, okay, I want to win first place, but more about what I can control. So for me, it's like, for example, during the competition, it's like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm on time throughout the whole dance.
I don't want to ask Joey though, because she sells beads, bracelets, keychains, right? But they all started as a form of creativity for you, an outlet. So how do you feel about monetizing those hobbies?
So I started making beads with my aunt growing up. And so it was always like a hobby for me because I love the idea of collecting the beads, sorting them out, then getting to string them and seeing it become a finished product, right? That was really fun. And then I realized, oh, if I'm making them so quickly and people seem to like them, I should try selling them. And when I started selling them, especially online on TikTok, right? Demand is fast. People want it quickly. And I remember I would not be sleeping, so I would live stream and I wanted to make it customizable. It would be about 40 minutes per person. So I would live stream from 8 p.m. to about 4 to 6 a.m., make all the orders until 11 p.m., pack all the orders until maybe 1 or 2, then I sleep at 2 o'clock. And then I would show up for a shoot maybe like 6:30. So it became initially
So tiring.
Initially it was fun because I'm like, I can't believe it's doing so well. I'm having a lot of fun with this. But it got to a point where I started dreading doing it because of the workload. And I remember my previous hobby was sewing. So I would sew masks. Thankfully, I had a lot of orders. But I got to the point where I couldn't keep up. And I remember when I was sewing, I couldn't even see the needle because I was crying. So I was sew until my eyes, I keep crying, right? Then I cannot see where the thread is going. Then I cry even more because I cannot thread fast enough. And that's when I realized, okay, I think I took it too far. Because I think I still find joy in it. But now if you asked me where the love and joy exists, it is a bit different from before already, before I started monetizing off of it.
Right. Actually, the reason why I went for like my yoga certification was because I had friends asking me, hey, you spend so much money on yoga, like what are you going to do with it? You're so good at it now, but what are you going to do? And it kind of, I think at the point of time, made me really anxious because it made me feel like I had to justify
Like you need to get some ROI out of it, right?
Correct. And maybe it's just the pragmatic side of like our Singaporean culture. You know, we have to make sense of everything. And if we are investing so much into it, it has to give us something
Some return,
back.
yeah.
That's why I think there's some hobbies that I'm trying to really just preserve as a hobby. But at the same time, I'm still struggling to like find time to do it. Yeah.
Ultimately, if you decide to put it into that business, then who cares if you brand it as a hobby or not, as long as you feel like it brings you fulfillment and joy.
I remember talking to someone who was a crafter at a fair and she was selling her stuff and I asked her like, would you be able to make like this? And she said, oh, actually this is just a hobby for me. So I can, but maybe if you don't mind waiting like 3 months, because I only do this when I have free time. The fact that she set that boundary so clearly made me really think about how we view hobbies and side hustles also. Some people think that you need to pour everything into it and the end goal is to quit your job and have this as your final main thing, right? But that's not the case for everybody.
Yeah. Actually, talking about free time, right? How do you all carve out time for your hobbies against like other work or social commitments?
I have never thought of it as setting time aside for my hobbies. I feel like I integrate it quite well into my life. So when I first started my 9 to 5, I think when you start any 9 to 5, you're like, oh my gosh, work is so tiring. How do people go out after work? How do they have friends after work? But slowly you realize, okay, you put a dinner appointment here, you put a thing here, and you realize your capacity grows. And as an adult, I think one of my favorite things about growing into my 20s is that you understand your body so much more. You understand like, this is my capacity for what I have. This is what my body can do. This is what my emotional capacity is. And then you can tailor like, okay, so now I can do like 3 activities in a day instead of in the past I'm like only 1 activity a day.
I actually wish I had a bit more time to like take part in my other hobbies, because what I'm doing most of the time now is creating content, trying to build my little business, and as much as I enjoy it, it takes up a lot of time. And I think to some extent maybe we were talking about this just now, a part of me feels a little guilty. Sometimes I'm trying to navigate through this. Feel a little bit guilty when I prioritize myself and my hobbies. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like a selfish activity.
Like it feels not productive, right?
Yeah. Even I think back then when I was doing yoga, the only thing that made me feel better was that, this will help me. It's fitness. It helps me reset my mind so that I be more productive. It's still the main conversation that I have. But I think now in this space, I'm trying to remind myself, you kind of owe it to yourself. In Singapore, everything is so fast-paced. You're always doing things, especially those in a 9 to 5, right? You literally have no time for yourself. And I think it's important for us to, if you just enjoy it, just enjoy it. You don't have to justify it so much.
So actually, is it bad to have no hobbies? Like I'm fine. I don't need a hobby.
I think if you're happy not having hobbies, that's fine. But if you're complaining about not having a fulfilled life,
Very boring, nothing to do.
Or complaining about, nobody wants to do things with me, or like there's nothing to do in Singapore, I'm so bored, right? Then I think that's not fine, because like do something, like make something out of nothing, or like just step out of your comfort zone, I think.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe like there's a hobby for everyone. Like even if it's Sudoku and that doesn't count as a hobby. Like
It counts.
Crossword puzzle.
Crossword puzzle.
100%.
That is a hobby.
That is a hobby.
I truly believe that a hobby is an extension of yourself. It's a way for you to not just discover yourself, but also for people to understand you. Yeah, so I think if you were to tell me that you have no hobbies, I'll be a bit curious. I'll wonder if you know yourself as an individual. I won't judge. I won't judge.
I think I'll judge. Oh my god, you're finally judging someone. The whole episode you don't want to judge anybody.
The mask is coming off.
Actually, I also will judge. And I think it links a little bit to your interests and dislikes, right? Like if someone doesn't have an opinion, then who are they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to Fiona and Val, What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a hobby but doesn't know where to start or just keeps putting it off?
I think every single hobby that you try and you're like, I don't like this, it's just you move on to the next thing.
it's
Do
like a
the thing
stepping
that
stone.
scares you. I'm always scared to do many things, but that doesn't mean that I don't do it. I think fear doesn't make you more brave. The only way to work through it is to really just jump into the deep end and not think so much.
I think my advice, don't overthink it. If there's something out there that sparks your interest, even if it seems superficial, go for it. If it's difficult to, get started or hold yourself accountable to it, find a community, find friends.
I see it a bit like traveling. Like you don't know whether this new destination that you're going to, you're going to like it or not. But that's not going to stop you from going to new destinations, right? So yeah, just try only. Do it for the plot.
Oh,
Do it
actually,
for the
do it for the plot.
Yeah.
And I think you should do it in your 20s when you have time. Go and figure things out, go and explore, and then hopefully something sticks. And then that's something that you would like to pursue for a really long time.
Life will only get busier and your body and your knees will only get worse.
Yeah.
So for me, a lot of it was the FOMO of like, oh, what if next time I can't do bungee
Correct.
jumping or whatever.
Yeah, and also if you're not good at it, like don't let that tie to your self-worth.
Yeah, just don't show people only, ma.
Should have danced last time.
So thank you for joining us on the Hot Pot. You can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Me Listen.
And subscribe to us if you haven't already.
And thank you to our beautiful guests, Fiona and Valerie.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Share your hobbies with us and how they've made your life richer, because we're all about that thriving, well-rounded life. And we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, I'm getting a call. What's going on? Just give me a sec. Hello? Hi. No, I'm not home.
Damn loud. The phone.
Then you can leave it at the door. Okay, thank you. Thanks, bye-bye. Do you hear her?
We all
Your phone damn loud. Why
She's
your-
like, can you help her at the door?
Is she okay?
I don't know.
I'm
If I
concerned.
very big, I cannot put in the riser. I'm like, hey, try to deliver today. I don't know what this is. Okay, sorry.